Guidance is advised.
The chairman and two COMELEC commissioners will retire on February 2nd. Among them, Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, who has publicly disclosed her opinion to disqualify Bongbong Marcos from the presidential race even before the First Division releases its decision. Guanzon is retiring with a bombshell, an alleged attempt to delay a decision on the Marcos DQ case. Amy Ferolino, the commissioner writing the resolution, denies the claim but has yet to release a ruling, and chances are it may be handed down after Guanzon's retirement. Now, in the middle of a word war, in the thick of ballot printing, despite a pending disqualification case, and just over 3 months before Election Day, can COMELEC rise to the occasion as the guardian of fair and credible elections? Good evening, I'm Pia Ontiveros. Welcome to your weekly political appointment fix, politics as usual. Our guest tonight, COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, the very controversial, very well known, at least in the last few weeks, and retiring tomorrow. Rowena Guanzon, Commissioner of the Commission on Elections. Good evening, Commissioner Guanzon, and thank you so much for joining us. Can we begin with this? So your retirement is tomorrow, February 3, Wednesday. So you are considered retired at the close of office hours, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, at midnight tomorrow.
Midnight? Okay, midnight, 12 midnight.
No.
Paano po yun, ma'am? 12, itong
February 2
midnight,
is midnight.
so like
yes.
1 a.m. retired. Oo.
12 o'clock,
Okay,
01.
okay. So in other words, wala na po talagang chance na kahit na halimbawa bukas, during office hours, si Commissioner Amy Ferolino will release her decision. Wala na kayong chance to formally file your dissenting opinion so that it becomes your vote in the DQ cases against Marcos. Wala na pong chance yun.
That is precisely why I came out to the public, because I believe Commissioner Perelino's engaged in the design to really delay it until after I retire. And on February 3, Commissioner Casiejo, I will also move as a presiding commissioner of the 2nd Division, so two of us cannot vote. Can you imagine a junior commissioner hijacked our resolution by not writing her ponensya so that her two senior commissioners could not vote? It's never happened before in COMELEC, especially such a case of disqualification of a presidential candidate. So this is not an innocent, error on the part of Feralino, because our rule says she only has 15 days to submit her ponensya, and I have been asking her, and she came to my office personally before January 17 to consult me about two or so cases that we agreed on January 17. But anyway, even if her lawyers were sick, she could have written that. I mean, that's so simple. The answer is only 15 pages, and all the
Pero
facts
ma'am,
are
so you
admitted
said
already. It's so simple, but she cannot write it on time.
Oo. Yeah, ma'am, you said that she agreed to January 17, but now she is claiming na wala naman daw talagang deadline. Kayo lang daw ang nagbibigay ng deadline.
That's not true, because even without this Marcos case, in the previous cases, the three of us agreed by Zoom, so 7 days, because I was in Negros Occidental, and the papers have to go back and forth. And in fact, she came to my office, why is it that she can come to my office to consult me about the cases that she wants to release first? In fact, we took note that there were cases that were raffled after after Marcos, and yet she was able to release them and have me and Commissioner Casqueo sign it. So her delay is really unacceptable, and under our rules it's only 15 days, so she cannot she cannot feign, no, she cannot use that as a defense. Her incapacity, or I don't know, why doesn't she just admit that she doesn't know how to write these decisions because she doesn't have legal practice experience in the courts? It's a trouble. That's the trouble. I hope
She
that
doesn't
the
have
next
legal
time the
practice in the
commissioners,
courts. Ma'am, she
yeah,
is a
she's
lawyer,
never
no?
practiced in
She's
the
a
courts,
lawyer, passed the bar in 2007. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
really?
but she did not
Okay, but
practice in
she
the
was,
courts. When
before
she
her
passed the
appointment in
bar,
November 20,
oh,
yeah.
you finish?
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
She passed the
Before
bar, she
she
was
was
already an
appointed November
employee of
2020 to
COMELEC.
COMELEC, oo. Okay, okay. So wala pa siyang, hindi pa siya humaharap sa husgado sa anumang korte. In other words, like you said, she has not practiced in the courts.
I don't think she's got to court even for change of name. That's the trouble. That's why the reform I want is for constitutional commissioners to go through past the Judicial and Bar Council for interview and testing, even the psychological test, psychiatric testing. Because these things, personality, will come out. If you are fit for this job. The Supreme Court really and the Judicial Bar Council are very strict with this. We had a very long psychological test and interview. This problems can be avoided by vetting by the Judicial and Bar Council before they are shortlisted.
Well, ma'am, you know, everybody loves a guessing game, and you seem to be able to play that guessing game. You know, kayo po yung nagbibigay ng clues, no? So the question here is, who is this male senator from Davao who reportedly tried to get Commissioner Ferolino to delay the release of this decision? Because we all know there are two male senators from Davao. There is Bongo, there is Bato de la Rosa, and there's a dark cloud hanging over both their heads. So sino po yung tinutukoy nyo na senador?
I already said his name to Senate President because he's the Senate President. So I think I will consult him again after I retire. If he challenges me to divulge, I don't know if a senator will challenge me to divulge. If I am subpoenaed by the Senate, then I will go. Even if by the time I will already be a private citizen. Because it is the Senate who should hear this.
Okay,
right?
but yeah.
I mean, we cannot have our we cannot have this.
Well, sinabi naman po ni ni Senate President Soto that you did speak to him, pero baka mahirap daw dahil kung motu proprio case ito, yung sa Ethics Committee, kailangan meron siyang personal knowledge, pero wala nga daw siya. So, paano po yun? How is this going to work? Can any senator ask you to speak before them?
I don't know how it's gonna go. So I'm just waiting here. Anyway, I already released my separate opinion. The people already know. And you know, ayoko yan mga chismis na yan eh. But
okay.
But his wife already knows. I guess.
Ma'am, ayoko rin ng chismis
that's
kaya
enough for me.
nagtatanong ako. Oo. Okay, ma'am,
But
we're
anyway, I
going
will
to
not
take
say
a
his
very
name
quick
here,
break,
you know.
a 1-minute commercial gap. Yeah, Ma'am, sandali Wait, don't say anything anymore muna. Sandali. We'll just go to a commercial break. Commissioner Rowena Guanzon of COMELEC is our guest tonight. We will be back after this quick break.
Times. Sam Tudwani, CNN Philippines.
Welcome back to Politics as Usual. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Our guest is COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, who is deemed retired from the COMELEC by 12 midnight, February to Wednesday. Commissioner Guanzon, kanina nga, I was so tempted to ask you, ma'am, kung Can you please raise your right eyebrow if it is Bongo, or your left eyebrow if it is Bato de la Rosa? But like you said, you're not going to tell us. But anyway, I just wanted to go to the Davao connection because Commissioner Amy Ferolino, like we discussed earlier, appointee of President Duterte, she was Davao del Norte provincial election officer, and before that, Compostela Valley. So, yun po yung Davao connection, kumbaga. And what do you know about that?
It's already very clear that she was appointed because she's from Davao and she was nominated by that group. But as I said, that's the trouble. It's okay if they're political appointees as long as they're competent. Because now, Commissioner Peralino is making her incapacity or slowness in reading the records as an excuse for not being able to finish it in 15 days, despite our rules. But I already told the Senate President, I think we should leave it at that because I think that's not fair also to their wives, you know. Let's go to the Senate if I have to. But for now, I have accomplished what I want, that my separate opinion is already out there in the public. Even the justices someday can read it because it's online.
Ma'am, okay, you're not going to divulge the identity of this male senator from Davao who tried to intervene in this, quote-unquote, intervene in this case. But can you at least tell us, how did the alleged attempt to intervene happen? Ano yung circumstances? Phone calls were made? Ano po yung mga salita na sinabi o binanggit kay Commissioner Ferolino?
No. I will say that in the Senate if I am subpoenaed. It's not fair to Feralino also. That, we can see each other in the Senate so that we are both under oath.
Yeah. Did Commissioner Ferolino share that with you, or did that information come from someone else?
You know, we commissioners, we talk, you know, we're honest with each other, especially if they need also my what do you call this, favorable
guidance,
vote to the cases that they want, no? So, you know, you have to talk to your presiding commissioner. That is the custom there. So before this delay happened, she was still talking to me. In fact, she's at liberty to just go to my office anytime. Even Commissioner Casqueo anytime can call me. That's the job of the presiding commissioner. You should be like you know, the ate of the commissioners. You know, I understand.
Yes.
Some of them have compromisos, but I will not say it here because it's not fair to her. We should meet in the proper forum. When I file an impeachment case against her, I file an impeachment case against her, then we will see each other also in the House of Representatives. Because what she's doing violates Section 3C of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, which is an impeachable offense. This is betrayal of public trust.
But ma'am, yes, I understand, ma'am. I like the way you answered the question, because my question was, did Commissioner Ferolino share that information with you? And then you answered it by saying, well, you know, among commissioners, you know, we share, you know, we talk, etc. That sounded like kind of a yes. Am I correct? I'm just guessing. I'm just, you know, listening to your words as a journalist, and that's what I pick up.
Yeah, I cannot believe that she can do this to me and Commissioner Casquejo, because of what we talked about in my office. And my chief of staff was there. And my chief attorney was also there at the door. So it's not fair. Not fair to me that she disrespects me as presiding commissioner. And now she is also delaying the draft resolution so that Commissioner Casquejo will not be able to vote. Maybe she suspects they suspect that Commissioner Casqueo's vote is also to DQ. That's why.
Okay. Ma'am, you've already said Ferolino is delaying the release of her decision, but has she written it? Nasulat na po
Has she
ba?
written it?
Pero
I don't know.
yung wini-withhold lang.
You know, she has written
Okay,
two
okay,
memoranda,
okay.
one to chair and one to me. But if she spent the time she spent writing the explanations for her delay, she spent sitting down writing it, by now she's finished na.
Si Chairman Sharif Abbas, who's also retiring, saying he will not intervene in what he says is a division problem. Is this a division problem?
No, because the integrity of the Commission on Elections is at stake here. You imagine? That's why we asked her that's why in the executive session, I asked him, Chairman, buligi na lang ako, you help me. Since she's not answering the calls of Attorney Commissioner Casquejo, why don't you be the one to call her? Because she will not, surely she will not ignore your calls. And, well, the most that she did was send Chairman Abbas also a memorandum explaining to him. Puro naman
Okay.
satsak, walang sulat.
Nako, talagang parang scorched earth policy si Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, our guest tonight here on Politics as Usual. We're going to take one last quick, short break, and then we're going to go into the final stretch of the show. This is Politics as Usual. Be right back.
Properly care for your teeth and gums.
We're now in our final stretch. Here with us, Commissioner Rowena Guanzon of the Commission on Elections, who is retiring midnight February 2, Wednesday, from the COMELEC after having served a 6-year term. Ma'am, tomorrow what's going to happen? You have a retirement ceremony at Sofitel. What's going to happen there?
Well, it's a very formal event. We will be in our robes. It will be like an en banc session. Declaring the retirement of Chairman Abbas, myself, and Commissioner Cole. And, you know, it will be ceremonial largely. And, of course, because of COVID, we don't really have many guests. I don't have any guests at all, just my staff assisting me.
Okay.
But
all right. And,
the important thing... important thing is to remember is that the president has to appoint 3. The president has to appoint a new chair and 2 commissioners after this.
Okay. And after this, of course, ma'am, for you, you're going to be busy with a possible, like you already said, no, a possible filing of a possible impeachment complaint against Amy Ferolino, a possible appearance before the Senate if they call you to talk about who is this male senator from Davao who tried to intervene. And also, you also are going to be working, sharing more about this Marcos DQ case decision.
Yes,
Can you share more with us, ma'am?
I have many invitations now to join the, fora, especially the young people. I want them to understand, as part of their leadership training, understand how I made that decision. And then, well, it's easy now to go around the country just by online. So I want to keep on explaining my vote so that the people also will have a right to informed consent. Talagang I have to repeat that Marcos Jr. was convicted 4 times, 4 violations of the National Internal Revenue Code, convicted by the trial court and the Court of Appeals. At hindi siya nagbayad ng multa. So what can I do? Di ba? But to, based on substantial evidence, I really concluded that he was convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude.
Okay. And we understand, I wonder if you can share, no? You're going to, apart from all those fora that you will be attending, that you have said yes to, all these invitations, you will be sharing more information here in Metro Manila via billboards.
Well, no, I'm going to put up billboards so people will not forget that I already said that. So I have to make good my word. I'll put up billboards with my, my slogan, labanan ng mali, labanan ng masasama, fight evil. Because this is already, our countries, it's already scary. Scary. And the president has no candidate for president. So, kanya-kanya. So I want also that my contribution will be that the people will have an informed consent as to who to vote for. Because can you imagine, if you vote somebody who is disqualified there, can you imagine? That's why we have laws and we have rules so that we do not allow candidates who are disqualified to run and maybe confuse our voters. That is, it is not, I do not. The trouble is that they have this grand design that they will just, bulldoze their way there to the elections, and hopefully the Supreme Court will not rule on it before this election. And then they're hoping to win so that he can sit even if the Supreme Court will disqualify him in the end. He's already there sitting for a few years. That's not fair to the people. That's not fair. I'm really hoping that this case anyway, Feralino has delayed it for a month, but she won't be able to. This will certainly go up to the Supreme Court before the election day. I am sure the other commissioners will have to take action. Otherwise, the people, the people are already complaining. And as you know, if I am not right, how come I'm trending in Twitter? Oh, how come for 3 days I've been trending on Twitter? How come the news I have 800,000 views if I am not right? People are interested in what I said because it's the truth. Oh, it's the truth. We have to pray for our country. Have mercy, Lord, have mercy. Father, have mercy on our country. Where are we going?
Quotable quote, if I'm not right, why am I trending on Twitter? Ma'am, also, what else is in the future, in the possible future, the near future for you?
Well, first, I go home. I'll go to the mausoleum of my parents, and I'll treat my siblings to dinner, my retirement dinner. I'm also shortlisted as applicant for Deputy Ombudsman for the Visayas, so the President will pick among the three of us.
And who are the other two candidates?
One is from Davao, the other one is now a director in the Ombudsman office in Manila. I'm the only one from the Visayas.
Okay, and if you become ombudsman, malay nyo, you never know, no? You will authorize the release of all salients.
Yes, why? That's a public document. Why? In fact, I want the COMELEC someday, when you file for certificate of candidacy, if I were the chair, I will require them to attach your salient. How come in the, confirmation of commissioners, we have to attach our salient? By the way, Commissioner Ferrarino was not able to,
yes, ma'am,
to explain her salient there in the Senate, but she was confirmed anyway. So you should disclose your salary. And why is it that you want to be in government and you don't want people to know what you own and what you owe? By golly, you have to explain where you got your money.
Okay.
Did you have a job? Did you have a business?
Right.
You know what is the source of your funds? By golly. What's wrong with you people? You want to be leaders, but you don't want to disclose? What's this? That's wrong. You have to be true. You have to be tapat. You have to be honest.
Ma'am, 5 minutes to go before 9 o'clock, and we have 30 seconds for your final words. It is 3 hours to go before you are retired from the COMELEC. Final words, ma'am.
Well, I retire tomorrow, midnight. I want to tell the Filipino people that I am retiring with honor and excellence. I am retiring after 25 years in government service with integrity and excellence. And I have upheld the tradition of my family, my parents, and they are solidly standing behind me, as well as my close friends. I want to thank the Filipino people for having been patient with me, in listening to my reasons for my disclosure. And certainly, my term in COMELEC will not be the last of my career in government service. And I repeat, public office is a public trust. We should take that to heart, soul, and mind. In the service of the Filipino people, faithfully yours, Maria Rowena Amelia Villena Guanzon. Maraming salamat po. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, Commissioner Rowena Guanzon of the COMELEC. Like you said, public office is a public trust. Salamat po, ma'am. We've been told before, don't talk politics at the dinner table or at a family reunion or in Viber groups and risk digital warfare. But we can talk about it here on this show, your weekly political appointment fix, politics as usual. I'm Pia Ontiveros. See you back here next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m.